So now we're going to start revising the compound sentences. But before I start with the previous lecture, I want to ask Talia a question. Talia,
Yes.
okay. Do you still remember what we mean by a compound sentence?
Yes.
What do we find in a compound sentence?
That it has more than like it has more than a person or something. Yeah.
More than what?
A person.
You mean more than one subject?
Yes. More than one
And
subject.
what
Sorry.
else? More than one predicate and
Yeah. What?
more than one idea also.
Yes.
Okay, so when we say compound sentence, we mean when we read it, we're going to find more than one subject, more than one predicate, and more than one idea. So in other words, we can say that, just a second, let me admit Yara. We can say that the compound sentence is made up of two or more independent clauses. Thank you, Talia. Your answer is correct. Yes, it's correct, Talia. Don't worry. So, guys, first of all, we have to know that I have a simple sentence, and the simple sentence is also called an independent clause. Why? Because it has one complete subject, one complete predicate, and one idea. So, when I have one subject, one predicate, and one idea, then I have a simple sentence which is called an independent clause because it can stand alone, it doesn't need help. Okay, so the simple sentence has one subject, one predicate, and one idea. Okay, but what if I join two or more independent clauses together? If I join two or more independent clauses together, then I will have more than one subject, more than one predicate, more than one idea. Then I will have a compound sentence. Then I will have a compound sentence. Okay? So, again, I repeat. The simple sentence is also called an independent clause. The simple sentence is also called an independent clause. It has one complete subject, one complete predicate, and one idea. But when I bring two simple sentences together or more, I join them together, okay, then I will have more than one independent clause in the sentence, which means I will have more than one complete subject, more than one complete predicate, and more than one complete idea. So they will make a compound sentence. But to make a correct compound sentence, they must be joined in correct ways. What are these ways that we use to join the independent clauses together to make compound sentences? Jude?
Yes,
How do we join the simple sentences together to make compound sentences? Do you still remember?
you need a predicate.
No, not the predicate only. We mean two simple sentences. I want to make them one compound sentence. What do I add between them? What do I add? What do I use?
A comma?
Comma only alone. The comma alone is enough. Only a comma. If I want to use a comma, what must I
No.
use with it?
Semicolon.
No, no, no. Semicolon alone. Pay attention to this, yes. If you want to use a semicolon, then you add only the semicolon, because I noticed in the previous homework that most of you used a semicolon with a fanboy. It's wrong. The semicolon is used alone. The semicolon is used alone. Okay? But in case you want to use a comma, التاف, listen يا جود. What do we use with the comma? What do we use with the comma?
Fun boys.
One of the fanboys. Excellent. Jude, you remember it now? You remember? Okay, great. Thank you, Jude. Please mute yourself. And also, Altaf, please mute yourself. Excellent students. I'm very proud of all of you. So, when we want to join the independent clauses together to make a compound sentence, Okay, then we have two ways. You use either of the two ways. One, you use a comma with one of the fanboys. Two, you use only a semicolon. Only a semicolon. I'm going to show you them again. So the simple sentence has only one independent clause. A simple sentence is equal to one independent clause. Keep it in mind. Keep it in mind. Okay? And when we say independent clause, we mean that it can stand alone. It has complete subject, complete predicate, and complete idea. Okay? When we add two or more independent clauses together, then we want to make a compound sentence. We have two ways to make compound sentences. Either we use a comma and a coordinating conjunction. Coordinating conjunction, we mean one of the fanboys, or we use only a semicolon. Yes, again, I repeat, please. When you use a semicolon, then you have to use it alone. Do not add a fanboy after it. But if you want to use a comma, then you have to use a coordinating conjunction with it. Okay, guys? Like these examples. I really need to go to work, comma, but I am too sick to drive. I really need to go to work is the first independent clause, the first simple sentence. I am too sick to drive is the second independent clause, and we join them with a comma and a coordinating conjunction but. Okay, let's continue. They got there early, the first independent clause. They got really good seats, the second independent clause. I joined them with a semicolon to make a compound sentence. You see, guys, you see just a semicolon. Just a semicolon. These are the only ways to make compound sentences. These are the only ways to join independent clauses to make compound sentences together. Let's have a look again on the coordinating conjunction and the usage for every one of them. When we want to add information, when I want to add information, I have to use and. I have to use and. But when I want to show contrast, opposite ideas, not same ideas, opposite ideas, then I have to use but. If I have two choices, two good choices that I like them and I have to choose one of them, then I use or. Okay? If you have to show a reason, you want to show that something happened because of something else, you have to use for. If you have two negative choices, two choices that will not happen or couldn't happen, we use nor. Also, if you want to show opposite ideas, you can use yet. And if there is a result, you can use so. Okay, guys? Till here? Sorry. Okay, I'm going to show you another exercise at the end. I just want to go over the run-on sentences quickly also. And pay attention. When I say you cannot make a compound sentence with a fanboy without a comma, because I mean that it will be a run-on sentence. It will be a run-on sentence. So, when there are two sentences joined together with no correct punctuation, then it's not a correct sentence. We call it a run-on sentence. We call it run-on sentence. Let's take the examples. Let's take the examples here. First one, my dog ran down the road after a cat, so I ran after him. You notice here that we didn't add a comma before so. So this one is wrong. It's not correct. It's called a run-on sentence. To correct it, I have to add a comma before so. I have to add a comma before so to make it correct. The first one is run-on, but the second one is correct. So if you write a compound sentence with a fanboy without a comma, it will be considered wrong. Second way to correct run-on sentences, look here, American Idol is coming on TV soon. I am so excited to see it again. Here there is no punctuation at all. So this is wrong. What can I do? I can simply split them into two separate sentences. American Idol is coming on TV soon, period. I am so excited to see it again. Okay? You see? I can add simply a period. Third example, Dima took her classmate's book. She hid it in her closet. Third way to correct run-on sentences, you can add only a semicolon. Dima took her classmate's book. This is here is where the first idea ends. We add a semicolon. She hid it in her closet, period. So you see, guys, after the semicolon, I didn't add a fanboy, and the word is a small letter after the semicolon. So when you want to correct run-on sentences, you have three ways. Either you add a comma with a fanboy, or you put a period, or you add a semicolon. Okay, you add a semicolon. Example here, it was raining. Naomi couldn't find her umbrella. This is a run-on sentence. The first idea ends here. It was raining. Here, the first idea ends. So this is the first independent clause. Naomi couldn't find her umbrella is the second independent clause. These two independent clauses are not joined in a correct way. So you can join them in three ways. Either you add a comma and a coordinating conjunction, so you can say it was raining and Naomi couldn't find her umbrella, or you can say it was raining, you add a period, Naomi couldn't find her umbrella, or if you want, you can say it was raining, you put a semicolon, Naomi couldn't find her umbrella. Okay? I hope now that we have revised everything in this lecture. Let me see if you have any questions. Oh, Kareem. Okay, don't worry, Kareem. I'm recording this session and I'm going to upload it on YouTube so you can watch it later. Okay, don't worry, but stay with us. Stay with us. Altaf, do you have a question?
No.
Okay, everything is clear?
Yes.
Okay, you raised your computer hand. That's fine. So, Amal and Aline, do you have any question? Amal, Aline, do you have any question?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
On yesterday, I was doing the flippy crib,
Yeah.
and they give me that it failed. I
Try to
repeated
again
and
today.
it didn't work.
Oh, maybe due to the connection. Try again today. If it doesn't work, then talk to me. Okay? Okay, Amal?
Okay.
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 Try again. If it doesn't work, then talk to me again. Okay. Who wants to? Hassan Sabra, you have a question? Yes, Hassan?
Teacher, can I do today that exam?
No, miss. The quiz is tomorrow and it's not opened yet. Okay, please, miss, you have to wait till tomorrow. Right, guys, so in order not to get confused, you can go back to semester 2, lecture 1 to revise the compound sentences with worksheet 1, semester 2. Okay, I'm going to write them in the chat. Lecture 1, semester 2, and worksheet 1, semester 2 to revise them for the quiz tomorrow. Okay, lecture 1, semester 2, and worksheet 1, semester 2. Let me show you the worksheet because I'm going to solve a part of it with you again. And the most important part, this one. And again, I repeat that the grammar exercises are found in your grammar book, pages 11, 12, 13. 11, 12, 13. The grammar books, 11, 12, and 13. Okay, guys? Yes, Talia? Okay, just a second. Nancy and Talia have questions. Nancy?
Yes, miss. Yesterday I couldn't do the flip grip, but today I'm going to do it.
Okay, you have till Saturday. Okay, don't worry.
Okay.
Talia, you have a question? Yes, Talia.
Miss, what time is gonna be the quiz?
What time?
Yes.
As I remember, it starts at 2, I think. I think it starts
At 2?
2, yes. 2 in the afternoon.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
Welcome, dear. So, let me, Yara, you have also a question. Yes, Yara? Yara?
Miss, when is the flipper grip spelling bee going to like go?
It's going to close on Saturday. You have to do it before
Hmm.
Saturday. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Welcome, dear. Okay. Guys, so this exercise we have already solved them together before. Sorry. And they are in pages 11, 12, and 13. I said that. There's something here very important. I want to show it to you. Who can give me a compound sentences using the coordinating conjunction and? Hassan Sabra. Hassan? Hassan? Can you hear me, miss?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Hassan, can you give me a compound sentence using the coordinating conjunction and?
Yes.
Okay.
I play football and I play basketball.
Ball. Excellent. I play football and I play basketball.
Before and there are come.
Excellent.
There
That's what
come.
I want to talk about. Before and there is ekema. I play football and I play basketball. Kema and I play, sorry, excuse my handwriting, and I play basketball. Okay. طيب. Thank you, Hassan. Thank you, Hassan. So you see, guys, and I have to add a period at the end. I do not add a semicolon here. Guys, I do not add a semicolon before and. No, it's wrong. I just add a comma before and. And notice I have subject 1, subject 2, predicate 1, predicate 2. Okay? Now, who can give me a sentence, a compound sentence, but he has to use a semicolon? A semicolon. Yara. Yara?
Yeah.
Can you give me a compound sentence, but now you have to use a semicolon?
Yes.
Yala, do you have a sentence?
And which one do I do?
Miss, give me a compound sentence. You a compound sentence of your own. Use a semicolon in it. Don't use a fanboy. Use a semicolon. I want a compound sentence. Okay, you don't have an idea now.
Don't have.
Does any one of you have an idea? Hamad? Hamad Hamoud, you raised your hand. You wanted to give an answer. If you don't want to answer, then stop sending me, Muhammad, in the chat. Mira? Mute yourself, ya Yara, please. Mira? Mira, can you hear me, dear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can you give me a compound sentence, but here you have to use a semicolon. Give me any compound sentence, Yamas. Give me
I went to the zoo.
Uh-huh.
But it was close to
it was closed. You said it was closed. I went to the zoo. Sorry. I went to the zoo. Okay. Semicolon. It was so funny. It was so funny. Look here. I went to the zoo. It was So funny. So instead of using a comma with a coordinating conjunction, I used a semicolon alone. You see, guys, just a semicolon. Just a semicolon with no coordinating conjunction. So this is a correct compound sentence. Correct compound sentence. Okay, guys. You see now, when you use a fanboy, then you must not add, a semicolon, you must add only a comma before the fanboys. But when you use a semicolon, you just add the semicolon. It's easy and simple. Okay, guys? Okay? So I think that now we have revised a lot for the quiz. Please don't forget that you have to revise them also at home and solve the exercises again to get well prepared for tomorrow. Lana, do you have a question? Lana, do you have a question?
No,
Ah, okay. You wanted to answer.
I was to answer, but
Okay, don't worry, don't
you
worry.
get stuck.
You'll take your turn later, don't worry. Okay. So,
Okay.
So we have finished everything regarding the quiz. Look, guys, let's go back now to our lecture this week. You know that we have a new worksheet this week. Look what. This is worksheet 2 that you're going to solve it during the weekend, and next week we're going to correct it together. It has a vocabulary question based on the vocabulary words that we explained last week, with the questions on the lesson dollars and cents. Also, there is a question related to the author's purpose and one question related to phonics. Okay, there are questions related to the complex sentences in the grammar book. They are found in the grammar book. You still have other questions in the grammar book if you would like to solve them again. Now, if you have time, we're going to solve them together. So all of these parts that I talked about, you have to solve them slowly when you like until next week. We correct them during the live session. But the writing part, which is about the informational or expository text with a little bit persuasive paragraph, is a graded homework. So guys, here, the writing part only, E, is a graded homework. I'm going to send it now on that group when I finish. This is a graded homework. Okay? Do you like to help others? Helping out is an important part of being in a community. There are many others who feel the same way. Some people may run a cleaning campaign, others may collect food donations for the homeless and the poor. Write an expository persuasive paragraph to inform and convince people to help others. Okay? Look what I did. I gave you the organizer. I gave you some of the ideas. It's very easy. I gave you the title. I suggested the title, main idea for the topic sentence, supporting sentences, and concluding sentence. So what you have to do is to write all of this idea in a well-organized paragraph. You have to write them in a well-organized paragraph, and it will be graded. The title has a grade. The ending, the space at the beginning of the paragraph has also a grade. The form, the shape of the paragraph has also a grade. And all the ideas, if they are written correctly with no mistakes in the tense or in the punctuation, they also have grades. So guys, you have the ideas. I gave you the ideas, so you have to make them in one paragraph. Okay? You have till Sunday. It's easy. It would not take from you more than half an hour to write it in a well-organized form. So you have till Sunday to submit the homework. Now, when you go to the application, go to the schedule, to the homework icon. Press on the homework icon. There is a homework icon above. It will take you to the English homework. Beside the English homework, there is a Word view file or homework file. Press on it and it will take you to Google Form, because there you have to submit your homework. Okay? There you have to submit your homework. So it would be easier for you to submit it on Google Form, not on the school application. Okay? So again, I repeat, when you open the application, you go to the schedule, you press on the homework icon. The homework icon will show you the homework for this week. You have an English homework. View file, and it will take you directly to Google Form to submit your homework there. Guys, you have the ideas, everything is between your hands. You just have to make it a full paragraph like the one I explained yesterday. Okay, guys, the rest of the worksheet, do not submit it. Do not submit it, just solve it. Solve every day a question of it. Okay, guys, solve a question of it. We're not in a hurry, we're not in a rush. We're going to correct it together next week during the live session. So just I want from you to submit the writing part because I'm going to take a writing grade on it. Okay, guys? Okay. Noor, you have a question? Noor?
Miss,
Do you have a question?
which worksheet?
That's worksheet 2.
Which
Worksheet 2,
worksheet?
semester 2. I have been talking about it since the beginning of the week. It's on the application. Worksheet 2, semester 2. Okay, guys, the homework is in worksheet 2, semester 2. I'm going to send it on the on WhatsApp. Don't worry. Okay, Yara. Yara, do you have a question? Talia, do you have a question?
Miss.
Yeah.
So do I have to what?
The same paragraph, the same ideas, but we
Same
have to
ideas.
organize it step by
Yes,
step.
yes. I gave you the ideas, develop them. If you want, explain them more, give your opinion and put them in a paragraph, then you submit it. I gave you a hand. I helped you with some ideas. It's your turn now to make them in a paragraph. Okay? If you want to add other ideas, you can.
But all the worksheet we already done.
Are you already done the worksheet?
That we have here, Talia, she do it.
Oh,
So
really?
this only the paragraph. Yes,
Okay,
we worked on
excellent.
it yesterday.
Okay, no, just submit the paragraph. Then work
Yeah,
again on
because
the
I was explaining her.
Okay, don't worry. Then
Only the paragraph.
yes, only the paragraph. So if you want just
See, he finished all the worksheet.
great, excellent, great, excellent.
She finished all the worksheet. Yeah.
Oh, good, 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 excellent.
So only the paragraph.
Yes,
I have to submit it.
yes,
Right?
that's right, that's right.
Thank you so much.
Welcome, welcome.
Thank you so much, teacher.
Altaf, do you have a question? We still have only 8 minutes, guys. If you have any question, ask me now. Yes, Altaf.
We want to make a paragraph or that you write a paragraph. We write it, make it a paragraph.
Yes, the ideas I gave to you. Okay, you have to make them a paragraph.
Yeah.
Okay, clear?
Okay.
Yes, and
Okay.
also use
Yes.
transition words, linking words like first, second, in addition, moreover, all of these, okay? Try, make it beautiful. Make a beautiful paragraph, please. All of you. Yara? Yara, do you have a question? Yara?
No, I don't.
Okay.
No.
Okay, good, good. Noor? Noor, do you still have any question?
No, no.
Okay, okay. Let me, I want to go back to our lesson this week, which was about complex sentences. And we said that complex sentences are made of a dependent clause and an independent clause, okay? I just want to just solve a question quickly about this lesson. Just let me open the book. Guys, again, I repeat, the grammar exercises are found in your grammar book, okay? Grammar book. Just a second. Okay, let me share the screen. So this exercise that we're going to work on it now is found in your grammar book, page 18. Page 18, okay? Here we have to work on the punctuation because, as I said, when we start with the dependent clause, then we have to add a comma after the dependent clause before we start with the independent clause. But when we start with the independent clause, then there is no need for the comma. Let me show you how. Here we have to read each sentence. We have to decide if it needs a comma or no. Then we have to rewrite the sentence again on the line. If it doesn't need any changes, then we do not do anything with it. We do not write anything on the line. Example number 1. When I get up in the morning, I am hungry. Okay, notice here. When I get up in the morning, I am hungry. I am hungry. I am hungry makes an independent clause. When I get up in the morning makes a dependent clause. So you see, this is dependent and this is independent. I started with the dependent clause. So what must I do? So at the end of the dependent clause, I must add a comma here. I must add a comma. So here the sentence needs a comma after the dependent clause. This is an extra information for you to know how to punctuate the sentences, because later in writing, you will have more grades on punctuation, okay? For example, number 2, let's take Lana. Let's see Lana if she can guess if sentence number 2 needs
Yes.
a comma or no. Can you read sentence number 2, please, Lana?
Before
The clock.
before the clock struck 12, Cinderella had to be home.
Mhm.
Before the clock struck 12 is independent,
No,
and
it
Cinderella
depends.
had to be home. It's dependent.
No, vice versa. Vice versa. I mean the opposite. Before the clock struck 12 is the dependent. Why? Because it starts with the subordinating conjunction before. And it's like a baby, it needs support. Cinderella had to be home is the independent. You see, Alana, the part that starts with the subordinating conjunction is the dependent clause.
Yes.
But the one that doesn't have a subordinating conjunction is the independent clause. So what must we do? Since we started with the dependent clause here, what must we do? We must add a comma after the dependent clause.
Come on.
Okay? Yes, we have to add a comma. So, thank you, Lana. Thank you. So, guys, again, I repeat. In the complex sentence, we have a dependent and independent clause. The independent clause, we know that it makes a simple sentence. It can stand alone. It's a grown-up. But the dependent clause is like a baby. It is like a baby. It needs help and support. It needs help and support from other sentences. So the dependent clause starts with a subordinating conjunction. And when we write the dependent clause at the beginning of the sentence, then I have to add a comma after it. Then I have to add a comma after it. Do you still have any questions? Do you still have any questions, guys? We still have only 2 minutes. If you still have any questions, ask me before the session ends. No questions? Sure? Okay. So you have to finish the flip grid and the writing before flip grid before Saturday, and the writing on Sunday. Deadline for the writing is Sunday night. I'm going to close the responses on Sunday night. Okay, guys? Okay. Jude, do you have a question? Jude,
Yes.
do you have a question?
Yes.
Yeah, what is it?
The writing on the worksheet for how much
Worksheet
time
2.
do we have to do it?
Okay. The writing part is in worksheet 2, semester 2. Okay. And the last day to submit it is Sunday.
Okay.
Okay, dear?
Yes.
Okay, Habib. Hamad, Hamoud, do you have any question? Hamad?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, what's your question, Mass?